Today we have an awesome impression video. This is a 2004 Dodge Neon SRT-4, aka the Dodge SRT-4, because that's apparently what it was actually called. This is actually my dad's car. We picked this up 1 week ago, and it is honestly kind of a time capsule. This has a touch over 60,000 miles, 63,000, and it is in unbelievable shape. I am not kidding when I say this thing is like, it's brand new. The previous owner, Daniel, he took such good care of this car and was kind of a nut job, to be honest. We picked this up and he had OEM parts. He had a new hood. We have an extra hood, an extra trunk. There's tons of OEM parts. So we got kind of a great deal. I'm saying we just because I helped drive my dad back after picking it up. But honestly, yeah, such good condition. And this car specifically is really very important to my dad because he used to work at Chrysler during this time and he did a ton of work on this here car. So it's really special to him, and now that, you know, he's retired, he wants to kind of remember what it's like. And I think that this is such a good example. I actually sent it to him as a joke. I was like, hey, I was on Facebook Marketplace, you should buy this. And yeah, he ended up actually buying it. And I think it's a really great purchase. I think it's $15,000, which honestly, for a car like this, in this condition, I kind of see it appreciating. These things there's not many of them left. Back in 2004, this was about $21,000. And if you kind of think about its competitors, we have the Subaru WRX and maybe the Evo Lancer. I think the WRX was like $25,000. The Evo was a bit more expensive, around $30,000. So this was a pretty cheap car, and it provided a lot of fun just immediately from the factory. 4-cylinder, you can see it says 2.4 liter turbo. It has a Mitsubishi turbo, which is kind of interesting. Very good condition. This does have the Mopar Stage 2 kit. I'll list everything that it has here. Overall, it bumps up the power a bit. For the 2004 year, these make 230 horsepower. The earlier models make a little bit less, I think it's 215. But the big thing about a 2004 is that it has a limited slip differential, which for a car like this is so unbelievably important. So definitely, if you're in the market, 2004 and above is what I would recommend. It makes 250 torque, which honestly, it feels very stout. Like this is a very healthy car. Even though it's a little bit older, it still feels like it's pretty quick. One of my favorite things about the Neon is this wing. I think it's absolutely insane. It's very funny. The wheels and tires, so he actually, the previous owner had 2 sets. One of them was an all-season tire and it was trash, but that was used for storage. Now we have Extreme Contact Sport 02s. These are my favorite tire that I've ever had. You can see the rotors are just brand new. Everything about this car is so clean. The previous owner was he was a nut job. He took such good care of this. It's amazing. It's just a complete time capsule. We've got a decent sized trunk, all things considered. The opening is nice and large. It's obviously not going to be an unbelievably sized car, but you know, not too bad. We have what looks to be an aftermarket amp, but it's actually factory, which is hilarious. Back seats, you got honestly quite a bit of legroom. It's not really too bad. No rear vents, of course. Decent amount of headroom. I'm 5'8" and I have no issues sitting back here. It's not too bad, honestly. One really interesting thing is that there's actually crank windows in the rear, but power windows in the front. I'm not entirely sure what the reasoning for that was. I'm assuming cost, if I had to guess. Maybe they said it was weight. I don't think that's the case. Sitting inside of the Dodge Neon SRT-4, you actually get a sunroof, which is pretty nice. I did not think that it would have one, and that's very, honestly, pretty luxury for this time period. I think it was an optional extra. I'll double check that. Immediately, your visibility is just amazing. You know, these older cars, they didn't have very thick A or B pillars, and there's just a ton of glass, so it makes it feel like you're kind of in a bubble, which is honestly really nice to drive in. All of your HVAC controls, nice and clicky. Get a little ASMR there. Very easy to use. The heat in this car actually rips. It heats up so quickly, and it blows incredibly hot air. So the HVAC's very nice. You've got your little radio here. Pretty cool. These seats are pretty interesting. They are very bolstered and honestly pretty comfortable. I think maybe if you were a little bit wider, they might be uncomfortable, but for me, I think that these fit great. You've got 2 cup holders down here, cup holder down here. We've got a 5-speed manual transmission. There was no automatic for the SRT-4 model. Nice cubby here. Overall, it's a pretty basic interior. You do have a really, really cool boost gauge from factory. This is really fun to watch. But yeah, honestly, the seating position is good. It's not necessarily very sports car-like, but I think having the seat really helps add to the experience. Ultimately, this reminds me a lot of my first car, my 1998 Chrysler Cirrus. Kind of similar. Here's the key. Of course, it's a split fob. It's not integrated into one. This thing sounds absolutely amazing. I will show some clips here. The steering is on the heavier side, but it feels pretty nice. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised about the way that it takes bumps. I expected this suspension to be very kind of hardcore. It's actually not. It's pretty, you know, obviously it's on the stiffer side, but I don't know, it has a lot of composure over bumps, which I was not expecting. Now, I do think that the previous owner swapped in all new OEM shocks, so that probably has something to do with it. Very, very kind of notchy, and I wouldn't say clunky, you know, that has a bad word to it. Definitely a very notchy shifter. Clutch is very easy to use. It's honestly just a super easy car to get in and kind of just immediately drive. Crazy blow-off valve. So there's actually a spacer to kind of make the noise a little bit louder. I think my dad is actually going to remove that. It's a little bit too much, in my opinion. And I think he agrees. But overall, I mean, this car sounds just absolutely amazing. It's road manners too. Like, it's a pretty comfortable car. I was telling my dad, like, you can easily just drive this every single day. It's so smooth. And that's what's really surprising to me. Obviously, it's an older car, right? There's some road noise. You know, the audio's not that great, but like, the suspension's nice. This steering, it's good. It has a good feeling. It's nice on center. It's a really good car to just drive around. I also love looking at the wing in the rear view mirror. It looks absolutely hilarious and reminds you that we're in an SRT, man. I love this thing. It's so good. Pedals are nice and easy to use. I think they're spaced pretty well. You know, kind of rev matching. Very easy. A lot of burbles in the back. It's just a very cool experience. And I feel like a lot of cars these days, they're so refined. And with this, I could tell that it was kind of just completely thrown together from the factory, which is really it's kind of cool. Like, you could tell that they were just sort of having some fun. They were like, oh, we kind of want to compete with like the WRX and the Evo. We have the Neon. What are we going to do? We're going to throw a turbo on it. We're going to make it sound absolutely insane. And then just have some fun. It's funny, it's sort of like power band is so, the turbo has a lot of lag and it's kind of a funny feeling. It really does feel like an aftermarket kit that's thrown on this car, but it's just factory. To me, it's really fun. And obviously, is it like driving Nirvana? No. I mean, I think having a naturally aspirated car is really nice for throttle response and and, you know, tip in and tip out, I feel like it's a lot smoother. But this is just such a fun experience. I love, the blow off is so funny to me. You just tip in a little bit and it like, it's kind of ridiculous, but it's very funny. All right, let's see what it can do. It's just immediately spinning wheels. I think this is rated for a 5.3 second 0 to 60, which honestly is kind of moving for a car this old. That's pretty good. It's funny, when you downshift, it's just got some insane burbles. It's so fun, man. Let's see how easy heel toe is in this car. Yeah, there's space a little far apart. It's doable. Man, it really does just kind of like, it just takes a second and then it just opens up. And I love the burbles out the back. I'll have to do another video and put an exhaust mic on the car because it just sounds so good. But the best part is, like, it really is just a smooth car to drive. Like, everything being OEM, you know, there's no weird suspension clunks. It's not harsh. I think keeping this car stock is going to be the move. There are so few of these things left that either haven't rusted to death or been crashed or been modified. It is kind of funny because I want to get some window noise and see what this car sounds like. It does kind of like buff it a little bit with the, you know, you can only do the front windows, which is kind of funny. Okay, we gotta try a first gear. It does really well. Honestly, guys, this is a pretty quick car. I get that it's only like 230 horsepower. It feels way quicker. And maybe it's like the drama too. I think, you know, the blow-off valve. I think, you know, actually, I don't know if this car has traction control or not. I know it has ABS. I don't know about traction control. So, I mean, it just kind of wheel spins, which is really fun, honestly. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to push it too hard on these corners, but it's super composed. You know, obviously it's got some body roll, but like, I'm not pushing it to its limits anywhere near, but it's honestly a pretty composed car. I'm really surprised at how they managed to like get it to be soft, but still not handle like hot trash in corners. Now, obviously, I don't know what it drives like on track, but I don't know, just putting around town, like it's a really fun car in the corners. I'm not kidding when I say these are like gunshots. It sounds so good, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to my dad for letting me rip around his brand new car. And yeah, have a good one.